What is up, guys? It's TheGreatWall back at it again with another video. Today we are here with another career savior video. And I know you're thinking, why do we not have a team? Well, the person we're going to be doing today is not on a team. It is going to be the one, the only, Nate Pearson. So he's a free agent in this game. I don't know if he is in real life. I think he is, probably is. But he's not on a team. So what we are going to do, first things first, instead of spinning a wheel for it, I figured it might just be easier if I literally just do this. So we're going to do this. We're going to go around for a little bit. In 3, 2, 1. Alright, he is going to be on the Oakland A's. Yeah, that being said, I'm going to get him onto the team, and then we're going to pretty much start this video, so yeah. Alright, so Nate Pearson is here. First thing first, we have to do the random number generator to get our amount of spins. He only gets 5. That's going to make this tough. That being said, let's get our first spin out of the way. As I introduced in the last series, or in the last one, we do get to skip one. We're going to skip this one. Trade spotlight player, it's not going to do anything for him now. We need attributes and we need them bad. Steal a pitch, that'll work. That'll definitely work. So I'm going to go find a pitch to steal, and then we will go ahead and sim this first year. Alright, the pitch we are going to be stealing is unfortunately from a man by the name of Paul Skeens. We're going to steal his splitter because it's 99 everything. It's one of the best pitches in the game. It's one of like 3 or 4, maybe 5 pitches that are like this. So, that being said, we're going to steal his splitter. We're going to give him a changeup instead. 0 overall with it. So, that being said, I'm going to go add a 99 overall splitter to Nate Pearson, and then we'll start simming. Okay, unfortunately that does literally nothing to Nate Pearson's overall, which sucks, but at least now he has a good 5th pitch. So yeah, we only have 4 wheel spins left. I forgot to make his potential 99, but I will also make it 99, and then we're going to start simming the first year. So, yeah. I would also like to point out, or kind of implement one more new rule. For any of these players, if they're a relief pitcher, like for instance, Asa Lacy in this game is a relief pitcher, but he still had like 60 something stamina, so I made him a starter. But if they're a relief pitcher and they have like less than 50 or 60 stamina, they will be turned into a closer instead. So we will never really have a relief pitcher. Nate Pearson's going to be turned into a closer, and then, yeah, that's how it's going to work from now on. Just so everyone knows. All right, we are at the All-Star break. Nate Pearson is in AAA. He's pitching 39 games, has 1 save, 2 blown saves, 21 holds, 2.48 ERA. He's up to a 63 overall, which is great. I don't think he's going to be in the MLB unless we get a great spin for the next spin, but this is a good first half. So, yeah, that being said, we're going to finish out the year and see how we can do. Alright, I forgot to stop when the regular season ended for AAA. But Nate Pearson, he's up to a 65 overall. He grew 7 overalls in 1 year, which is phenomenal growth. So that being said, he's on the right track. We're going to get through the offseason and then see what we can make happen. Alright, we are back with another year. Nate Pearson has slid further down the depth chart, I guess you could say. But that won't matter if we can get a good spin here. That is going to help him out. Show me something great. I need something attribute-wise. Add a goat. That's really not gonna help us here, but I have no choice. So I'm gonna go add a goat to this team, and then we will go from there. All right, we have added Roderick Sheehan to this team. Well, he was already here. We just turned him into a goat. Obviously, 2-8 goat. From now on, I think in the future we are gonna do like a spin the wheel of goats or something. But for now, this is what it is. Roderick Sheehan is here. Hopefully he can help carry this team, but that being said, we need something attribute related for Nate Pearson very soon. He's 29. He's only got 4 years of MLB experience, and he's not very good. So, yeah, that being said, we might be in trouble, but hopefully we can get a job done. Okay, Nate Pearson is down in Double A. He's only up 1 overall, which is not ideal, but he's doing very well down here. 27 games. He's not the closer here? Oh my god. Wow. He's not even the closer in Double A. Yeah, that being said, this Nate Pearson one might be a fail. Off rip, it might be a fail, but see if we can turn it around. So, yeah. All right, so the Double A season is over. He pitched in 54 games, had a 1.64 ERA. He was dominant down here. We need to get him up in the MLB sooner rather than later. So, we need something that's going to help him. Let's get to the offseason and see if we can make it happen. All right, we are here. Nate Pearson, another year. He's fallen further and further down. They keep adding more players to this bullpen so that he will never come up. But that being said, we can get a spin right here and change everything. Show me something majestic. You know, we're going to do like a spin it a ton of times. Why not? Give me something good. I need attributes. Plus, with the attributes, we will definitely take that. All right. I'm going to go distribute his attributes, and then we will hop into the year. Hopefully, he can actually be in the MLB. So, yeah. All right, so Nate Pearson is up to a 77. Hopefully, this is enough to at least get him into the bullpen. As you can see, plus 50. We just put 10 to all 5 of his per nines. So, hopefully, this will get him into the bullpen. We need him to start getting some MLB time. So, that being said, let's send this year and see how they do. All right, the All-Star break is here, and Nate Pearson is in the MLB. He's 3-4, 41 games pitched, 47 innings, 8 holds, 4.02 ERA is not great. .7 WAR, it's also not good. But that being said, I think for closers, like the players we turn into closers, it's not going to go based off WAR. It's going to be like based off saves. I think is going to be the best way to judge. But that being said, he's up to 78. Let's see how he finishes out the year. Yeah. All right, the season's over. The Athletics are in the playoffs. I may or may not have moved every single closer to relief pitcher just so he would get up in the MLB. I'm guessing. Who was their closer? Oh, it was Matt Strahm. Okay. But Nate Pearson, up to an 80 overall, 6-6 with 1 save, 3 blown saves, and 16 holds. 3.69 ERA isn't bad. Good year of growth for him, too. He's getting better pretty much everywhere. So, that being said, see how they do in the playoffs, because I'm pretty sure they made it. They lose to the Rays. So, that being said, we only have 2 spins left to try to make him elite. So, yeah, I'll see you guys at the start of next year. All right, we are back with another year. Nate Pearson, still an 80 overall. What spin are we going to get? Spin it a couple times. Show me something magical. I need something attribute related. Plus 25 attributes will definitely take it. So, that being said, it's just going to be a plus 5 to all of the per 9s. So, yeah, nothing too exciting, but we'll take it. Alright, that's going to make Nate Pearson an 85 overall. So, better late than never. Hopefully, he can lock down the... Jesus Christ. This team just keeps signing good relief pitchers. But hopefully, he can lock down the closer roles. I don't think he will, thanks to Griffin Jacks. But we need Nate Pearson to start racking up saves sooner rather than later. He's already 31 years old. He doesn't have much more time. So, yeah, we got to hope for the best here. All right, we are at the All-Star break. Nate Pearson is not the everyday closer. He has a 2.77 ERA too, 38 strikeouts. They just will not let him be the guy. Where is he? Where is the guy taking all of his closing opportunities? Is it you? No. Is it you? No. It's not Pete Fairbanks, so it's got to be Griffin Jacks, right? It is, who is doing terribly. But it is what it is. We're going to go finish out the year and hope for the best. So, yeah. All right, the season is over. Griffin Jacks did get traded at the deadline. How did Nate Pearson do? 3.41 ERA. He stepped up, got 9 saves, 21 holds, only 50 Ks. But you know what? It's 9 saves. Hopefully this is the start of something good. He is now the best reliever on this team. So let's go see how they do in the playoffs. They lose to the Yankees. So I'll see you guys at the start of next year for his last spin. We need something big, so yeah. Pause. Well, big pause. But yeah. Alright, this is Nate Pearson's last spin on the wheel. Can we get something that is going to help him out in the biggest way possible? I'm just going to keep clicking it. Please, show me something good. We get the plus 100. Oh my god. Oh my god, that is exactly... That's the only... That he has a shot. He has a shot. I'm gonna go give him his plus 100, and then we're gonna hop in and start simming. This is exactly what we needed. We need Nate Pearson to be the GOAT. So yeah, let's go get his attributes upgraded, and then we'll hop in. All right, Nate Pearson is a 99. We're gonna go through. We'll add up all the numbers. I ran out of points to spend on his per 9, so I gave him the stamina just in case, you know. See, there you go. 13 plus 18 plus 18 plus 17 plus 22 plus 12 is 100. We gave him that stamina just so that he can pitch in more games potentially. So, that being said, let's go sim this year. It's got to be now or never. He's 6 years deep. He's already 32. I only think he's going to have like maybe 6 or 7 good years left in him. If he can average 40 saves, he'll be in a good spot. But that being said, let's get into it. All right, Nate Pearson is here. 22 saves, 4 blown saves, 3.66 ERA. It's not great, but it's not bad. So let's see how he finishes out the rest of the year. All right, the Athletics finished 99 and 63. Roderick Sheehan with a Cy Young. 2 players here that were almost MVPs. Reliever of the year, Nate Pearson was in second. 60 saves is wicked. 48 and 5. 2.32 ERA is not bad. Definitely a step in the right direction. So, that being said, we do have playoff baseball. Can they win a World Series? That is what I want to know. They're moving on to take on Boston. Wow. They got annihilated. All right. Yeah, I'll see you guys at the end of next year. All right, the season's over. The Athletics finished 97 and whatever that was. Roderick Sheehan, the GOAT, is elite. Saves. Who led in saves, please? Oh, man. Nate Pearson only... 49 is actually not bad. 1.71 ERA. No delivery man of the year, though. He had to have been top 3. Roderick is the GOAT. Hitting and pitching, he's just insane. We're not here for him. Nate Pearson finishes in second. He just needed a few more saves, and I think he would have been there. That sucks. But that being said, another great year. Let's see how the Athletics do in the playoffs. Sweep the Mariners. Boston owns them. Never mind, they're taking on the Dodgers. And they lose in a tough Game 7 and Game 6. Nate Pearson got the loss in that final game. Oh, man, he gave up 2 runs. Nate, you just had to hold it down for 1 inning. For a couple more batters, actually. Oh, that sucks. All right, they'll hopefully be back next year. I'll see you then. Season's over. We didn't make the playoffs, which is truly unfortunate. But reliever of the year did not go to Nate Pearson. Saves. Where are you, Nate Pearson? 45. He's down to a 93. 4.52 ERA. Unless he can turn it around, it's not looking great for him. But, yeah, that being said, we're just going to sim out the rest of his career unless they get to the playoffs or something. So, yeah, I'll see you guys when something else happens. All right, the Athletics are up 3-2. They have a chance to win the World Series, and they win it all. Obviously, he's not going to be postseason or World Series MVP because closers never are. That being said, let's move on. All right, so Nate Pearson has retired. He wasn't playing anymore, so I dropped his overall. He finishes with 339 saves, 84 and 60. He pitched in almost 800 games, 59 blown saves, 75 holds, 835 strikeouts. Not a starter, so most of these stats don't really matter, but 3.3 ERA, 1.15 whip, career WAR of 11, almost. He was a 6-time All-Star. Like I said, we're going to mainly focus on saves for these closers. In the Athletics all-time, he ranks, let's see, where are saves? He ranks number 1. He had 339 saves, um, 3 of which were with Toronto and I think the Cubs. But yeah, so he finishes number one all time for saves in the Athletics franchise. And all time, he's going to be finishing right above John Wetland, right under Raleigh Fingers. Raleigh Fingers, of course, pitched with the Brewers and other teams. But that being said, he is our number one leader for saves in this career savior video. So that being said, that's gonna be it. Thank you guys as always for watching. Stay tuned for the next one, and peace.